Well, you may not be excited about the Kamala Harris VP pick, but our friends on Wall Street are ecstatic this morning. That is according to a new report by Brian Schwartz over at CNBC. He got a bunch of great quotes about how jubilant they're feeling this morning and yesterday evening after learning that Kamala was, in fact, the pick to be Biden's VP running mate. So here are a couple of the quotes. We've got one person who said that she's great and the perfect partner. Yep. Charles Myers, founder of Signum, told me clients wanted to know if Biden was going to stay in the center. His pick of Harris reinforces that. Well, that's true. Another one just texted in all caps, great choice. So, look, the donors got their person. Yeah. I mean, that's really what happened here. And we had been reading reports for a long time that Biden was consulting with donors over who they wanted, right? Kamala was always mentioned since they couldn't have Pete. Kamala was a close second place in terms of who they ultimately wanted. Why? Because they feel very comfortable that she's not going to do anything to harm their interests. They've seen her record in California, which is one of letting Steve Mnuchin off the hook for mortgage foreclosure fraud, of even though her own office recommended going after him, of a very cozy relationship with big tech at a time when, you know, there were a lot of mergers and acquisitions happening. Like, she was the top law enforcement official who was in place to check some of that growth. Instead, she said, essentially, this is a quote from Dr. Seuss the Lorax, but business is business and business must grow. Right. That was her whole approach to big tech. It has continued to be, in spite of the performative, you know, let's ban Donald Trump from Twitter. That's as far as sort of structural change in big tech as she's gone. So, yeah, they feel great about it.
Oh, they feel fantastic. I said this earlier in the show, which is that the Wall Streeters were the ones who basically picked the VP. They were the ones who were like, no, we're not comfortable with Warren. And then Biden, the way he tested out his VP candidates was not leadership or anything like that. He made them headline fundraisers. See which one raised the most money. That's Kamala.
That is the Democratic Party right there.
There you go.
It really is.
And like you said, her home state constituents, they're so happy right now. Let's throw this up. Celebrity reactions. They're so happy. Yes, we come. I want to kill myself for having to read that. Hollywood is fired up over Kamala Harris as Biden's VP pick.
Of course.
Also, you read some of the quotes in this. It actually is very depressing because it's sometimes people that you like Damon Lindelof, the guy who created Lost and does Watchmen, show I love. He's like, I didn't realize how excited I would be. He's co-headlined a fundraiser for her. I actually pumped my fist and said, yes, yes, yes. It's perfectly okay that I was alone when I did it. How pathetic. Hollywood industry, they're doing backflips right now. And somebody observed this, which is that the San Francisco moderate wing of the Democratic Party is about to run everything. Lee Fong tweet. It was like Gavin Newsom, it's Kamala Harris could be the vice president. Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House. That Silicon Valley, elite liberalism is about to basically run the entire country if she wins.
Run everything. Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, you could also go and trace where Obama alumni have gone to work.
Of course.
Well. That is
they all work for them.
That is all working in that revolving door. We're certainly continue. They're going to be just fine in a Biden-Harris administration. Ugh. Yeah, this was also interesting as part of that celebrity reaction piece. A number of celebrities have gotten involved with this Time's Up organization. Now, you may recall Time's Up as the organization that refused to help Tara Reade when she came forward with a claim that had some backup to it because her allegation was against Joe Biden. Well, now they are out in force, making sure to prevent any attacks on Kamala Harris as being sexist and racist. Here is Amy Schumer tweeting, the sexist and racist political attacks on Kamala Harris have already begun. Let's demand that the media keep these ignorant, bad faith attacks out of their 2020 election coverage. I love how they offer zero examples of that supposed sexist and racist coverage. But you see what they're doing here. To question her at all, to talk about her record, as we have done here and will continue to do, is supposed to be out of bounds. You can't even say it. And the other irony is, also as we know here, there is no one the media loves more than Kamala Harris.
Of course.
They adore her. They tried so hard to make her president.
Oh my God. I remember she tried on a dress or something and people went wild. I remember the media was like, oh my God, this dress. And this is before the Iowa caucuses.
Wasn't she the one that at the very beginning CNN picked, Krystal is
that's right.
#1 one choice.
And I was
she
just
got
thinking,
glowing coverage. So the idea that the media is out to get Kamala Harris is crazy.
They take their cues from her. Remember, I played this over and over here. She blamed racism and sexism for why she wasn't doing well in the polls. She was like, well, it's because I'm black and I'm a woman. And I was like, that is unbelievably disgusting. And even the interviewer was like, Barack Obama was like president of the United States twice.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, this conversation happened for him. And I'm like, yeah, well, he won because he's actually a pretty good politician.
Well, and here's the other thing, like sexism, racism, these are real things. These are real issues that the country is certainly still working through. But there's also something really self-perpetuating about putting this narrative out there that you can't win if you're a woman, you can't win if you're a minority. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And then you wonder why voters who are like, Donald Trump is an existential threat, you wonder why they pick a white guy when they've been fed this line over and over and over and over again, that the reason that Hillary lost is because she's a woman. They're like, oh, maybe we shouldn't pick a woman this time. Like, that is the logical outcome of ascribing everything to that. And then the other piece of this is, like, they're already lining up their excuses for in case they lose. This will be part of the narrative. If they end up losing, it'll be, the bad media and the voters are too sexist and racist. They couldn't handle the woman as VP. That'll be one part of their narrative. I'm sure Russia will be involved. I'm sure Bernie Sanders and his followers will somehow be to blame for the loss as well. So, exciting things to come. But look, Wall Street and Hollywood are happy this morning, so congratulations to them.
When they're happy, I'm depressed.
More rising for Yasha does.